An 80-year-old man accidentally met his ex-girlfriend. Strangely, she still looked like a young girl. The old man never expected to see his first love after 60 years of separation. What he didn't know was that the girl was actually an angel. 60 years ago, she left heaven to be with a mortal she loved, but she never expected him to betray her. He even mocked her feelings for him when she was desperate and about to end her life. A man who had secretly loved her rushed to stop her and confessed his feelings. At that moment, the scoundrel surrounded them with his men. It turned out the manipulative woman didn't want the girl to live. So, the scoundrel ordered them both to be killed on the spot. But the man protected the woman behind him. Only then did the woman realize who truly loved her. But it was too late. Under the scoundrel's command, the killers hacked them to death. They were then stuffed into sacks and thrown into the river. The scoundrel and the manipulative woman left, feeling relieved. However, after they left, a blinding light appeared from the river. The woman realized she hadn't died. It turned out heaven spared her because of her kind nature. But the punishment for leaving heaven was being frozen for 60 years. At that moment, she didn't forget the man who died protecting her. She begged heaven to save him. Then, she fainted and was covered by a coffin of ice. The man, however, woke up by the river. He found that not only was he alive, but all his wounds were gone. But the woman he loved was nowhere to be found. 60 years passed, and the woman regained her identity and woke up from the ice coffin. By then, the man had grown old. Knowing his time was short, he held his own funeral. At the funeral, the woman appeared again. The old man excitedly grabbed her hand, but his eldest nephew suspected the woman was an illegitimate child. He thought she came to claim the inheritance. He immediately questioned her identity. To his surprise, with just a look from the woman, both nephews felt an inexplicable fear. The old man quickly scolded them, saying she was his special guest. But the eldest nephew didn't believe him. He knew the old man had been bedridden for 10 years. How could he have a special guest? Hearing this, the woman felt sorry for the old man. He had never married, leaving him with no children. Now, his nephews came to the funeral just to fight for his inheritance. The exposed nephew was immediately enraged. He shouted at the woman to leave the funeral. The woman simply waved her hand, and both nephews slapped each other. They were confused, not knowing what happened. Just then, the old man publicly declared that he would leave all his inheritance to the woman. Both nephews thought the old man had lost his mind. How could he leave his inheritance to an unknown woman? Seeing the old man's determination, the two nephews dropped the pretense. They threatened to make him regret not leaving them the inheritance. Seeing this, the woman raised her hand, ordering the two to kneel and apologize. The nephews were once again terrified by the strange scene. At that moment, two uninvited guests appeared. It was the scoundrel and the manipulative woman from 60 years ago. They had heard about the funeral and came to watch the spectacle. When they saw the woman, they were immediately scared stiff. But after thinking it over, they realized if the woman hadn't died, she couldn't possibly still be so young. They concluded it was just someone who looked like her. Then, they mocked the old man for having no children. Before his death, he only had nephews waiting for his inheritance. Enraged, the old man told them to leave immediately. However, the old scoundrel, as usual, approached and tried to slap the old man. Furious, the woman immediately stopped him. She warned him that if he took another step, he would be destroyed. But to the scoundrel, her words sounded like a joke. He was curious to see how this young girl would make him vanish. The scoundrel then grabbed the man's neck. Suddenly, thunder roared from the sky, and the old man's portrait transformed into the scoundrel's face. By then, it was too late for the scoundrel to regret his actions.